Hello everyone, and welcome to a Minecraft Bedrock tutorial. Now in today's tutorial, what we're going to be working with is the bees. So I am making for you a honeycomb farm. Now this is my testing world where I do a bunch of things. This is a platform that I built to test passive mob spawns for my stone block series. And this is where I kind of started figuring out that the beehives give a signal strength of 5, and we could wrap that signal back around and hit a dispenser like this. We could build an item filter underneath that dispenser and take out the honey. We could also take out honeycombs. Over here, I was trying to simplify that over there into this, and this didn't quite work. So I've come up with this design here. Now, of course, we've been messing around with some different things here, and what this system deals with is using a furnace with a set amount of items, having a comparator with a signal, running into another comparator like this, and you can see this comparator doesn't give a signal. Now, if this had an inventory behind it, whoops, and the signal strength reached higher than this signal strength, then it would send a signal going that way. And as a matter of fact, we can just leave that there. So we're going to build this system here. Now you can see in the dispenser here, I have bottles and shears. So this is a honey and a honeycomb farm. Now to build this thing, it is very, very simple. It is not a tileable design in the fact that we have bee nests or beehives right next to each other, but you have one every other block. So it is a very small and compact design. It does not use a lot of redstone. And as a matter of fact, we have some chests over here with the items that you will need. So for the redstone portion of this, you will need 3 comparators, 3 pieces of redstone, 4 torches, 2 dispensers, a furnace, a stack of 54 items. You will need your 2 beehives. You will need some building blocks and some glass. That's glass. I was staring at this. For the section down here where the bees will be hanging out, collecting the pollen, you will need 5 flowers, 5 grass, and 10 hoppers. You will also need yourself 6 stacks of bottles and 3 shears. Now to start this thing off, we are going to build the pollen area. So this is going to be a strip of 5 grass blocks. In front of these glass blocks, we will punch out these like so, and you can grab your hoppers, and we can place these in, not like that, facing that way. Now, this is what you need for 1 slice. If you want to build a couple of slices of this, your materials are going to differ ever so slightly, but you can just repeat this design. Now, the one thing that I forgot to add into our selection of stuff is you're going to need a chest, a couple of chests or barrels or something to store these items. Now you want to gather up your flowers and you will place them on the grass like so. And that is pretty much the pollen area and collection system done. Now what I found in my testing is the honeycombs tend to fall down, or they come over a block. That's why I have the hoppers here. But in this, I'm going to build just this row of hoppers, and the bottles, when they're fired, will be pushed all the way out to here. So that's why we have the 2 rows of hoppers. Now what we will do is we will surround this thing with a little bit of glass, because we want to encapsulate the bees. And we'll punch these out just so we can get to the chests. We'll come up another block all the way around, like so. And now it's time to place in our beehives. Now if you're building this in survival mode, obviously you're going to add another beehive right here, and then you'd add another one right here. So you wouldn't exactly need 10 more hoppers and 5 more pieces of grass. It just gets different and weird. We're not going to go through that. let's just build this thing. So we'll build this up one more block, like so. And then we're going to have one more block of glass going around like this. Like this. We'll just go ahead and do this all the way across. We'll punch this out and this out. And we'll need to add in just some temporary blocks to place in our dispensers facing towards the beehives. Perfect. Now we can get rid of all of this. And if you wanted to, it doesn't matter which height you do it, but you can put in a ceiling so these guys do not get out. Now for the redstone portion of this, it's relatively easy. So bees can escape from any side of the beehive. So if we had just a comparator sitting here, and your bees came in and brought their pollen, they could pop out of the back side. So we are going to want blocks on the back of the beehives. You're going to want a block down low like this. You're going to want a block here, and one here. From here, you're going to build this up by a block, this side up by a block, so you've got this little V pattern. And then you're going to have, how did I do this? Yeah, we're going to have a block here and a block here. There we go. I was getting slightly confused. So this is the pattern that you want. You're also going to want a block up like that on both sides. Now for the redstone portion of things, it's very, very simple. We are going to place in a comparator. Make sure that this is on subtract mode. We're going to place in this comparator, also on subtract mode. We're going to place in a torch, 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 piece of dust, piece of dust. Down here, we are going to place in a block here, because I forgot it. Piece of dust, comparator, furnace. Inside this furnace, we're going to put 54 items. So now this is giving a signal powering this dust. Until this comparator signal is a higher strength than what it's being fed with, there will be no signal shot up here. Inside this dispenser now we can take our other chest, and you would need, I was wrong, you will need 6 shears and you will need 12 stacks of bottles for this farm here. And basically you just push all of this into your dispenser, and now your farm is pretty much complete. All you would need to do is get your bees into here. Now on the Truly Bedrock realm, I have created a bee sanctuary where I'm collecting bees and breeding them up. So when I would be bringing the beehives in here, that would be the last thing that I would set down. Each beehive can hold 3 bees. You don't need 1 flower per bee. Multiple bees can pollinate 1 flower at a time. So 5 flowers is a decent little setup. Now I've had this thing over here running, and I don't know if any of these are close to being ready with honey. But we can see from when we started that we have over a stack of honey bottles now, and we have 17 honeycombs, which makes this a really nice farm. This has been running for about 8 minutes, and there's some bees that just popped out. Everything works really, really well. I've got the design pretty much down. As far as redstone components go, this is very compact. It is also very resource friendly in my opinion. It's also short. This way we could essentially move this. Like we could put this comparator right here. If you wanted to, we could, yeah, let's do that. If we had this right here and a comparator right here. Let's get through this like that. You could essentially set up this furnace right here. Glass. Let's grab the 54 items out of here. And delete this. Replace the glass over here, and you have now essentially shrunk this farm by a couple of blocks. I mean, I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner, but that makes it a lot nicer and more compact. All you're doing is you're saving yourself one block here and using the space you have here. I did mess with some different things here. I had my dispenser here. Let's grab a redstone torch. And basically what I had was a piece of dust right here. Then I had a redstone lamp here, or a piston here. And then I had an observer here. And the problem with the observers is if we power this, you're going to see that redstone lamp turns on. The minute this is unpowered, that redstone lamp turns on again. So basically this observer was being double fired, which was causing us to collect empty bottles in here as well as full bottles. So, and we don't want that. So I think this is a pretty good setup. Getting the bees in here aren't too hard. Wherever you have your bee set up, you can get a couple in here and just breed them up. And this will work out really, really nicely. Now, I've had this thing running the 10 minutes that we've been doing the tutorial, plus a little bit, and you can see that no sorting system is really needed. These items pretty much sort themselves. The only thing that we would have to watch and make sure of is having a way up here so we can keep an eye on the things inside here. With this inventory being completely full, the items have no choice but to spill out. If for whatever reason one of these slots is empty, it is going to be filled by either honey or honeycombs. So you just got to make sure you have that going. And if you want more honeycombs versus honey, you would put in some more shears than you would bottles. Every time a dispenser is fired, it has a random chance of firing one of these slots. As you can see from here, we have used the shears here. We've used all of these slots here, but this slot is yet to be fired, as well as this one and this one in the corner. So that's it. A quick little tutorial. I hope it was informative. Obviously, I have learned quite a bit more about bees compared to my Truly Bedrock video. And this is what I was working on behind the scenes. Just this quick little compact system. Double farm here. We're going to build this thing on the Truly Bedrock in a bigger size in the near future. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it helps you out a lot. As always, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and I will see you on the next one.